Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Hot Projects, where we take a look at some of the biggest projects on the blockchain right now. We're going to be talking token launches, token prices, some good NFT games coming out. I think the markets at the moment don't really matter in terms of NFT gaming because the games are progressing, and as long as they make games that are enjoyable, they will attract people. And we already see there's some tokens that are still doing very well through this market. Others have dropped considerably, but we're deep in this dip right now, and the potential upshot, if we're seeing where we were, if you think back to July last year, if we saw a similar thing happening, there's a lot of tokens that from there, at the same time, multiple tokens just 5x'd. So hopefully we'll see some rise in GameFi in the NFT gaming space. But, who knows? But we're here to take a look at some games that I think are going to be exciting in the future, some tokens that might have value going forward, and picking some of these up and holding them. Okay, let's get into it. Today's video sponsor is Last Horde. They are sponsoring the Watch to Earn content. So we're going to have 5 lots of $60 to give away. If you want to have a chance to get involved in that, all you have to do is comment down in the section below, go to the description, go to our Discord community, and in the competition wallet section, post your YouTube name and wallet address in that section, and you will have a chance to win one of those 5 lots of 60 USDT. Okay, let's get into today's video. So Last Horde is an NFT card game. It's a trading game based on NFT technology that allows you to obtain rewards when playing against the AI or other players. So it's going to have play to earn capabilities. It's a collectible card game based on NFT technology where players get Horde tokens for every victory. Strategy is a fundamental part of the game and makes Last Horde an attractive project for players. I like their website, it looks pretty good visually. I'm seeing a lot of quality here. Here are some of the NFTs that they have. 3D effects are looking really high quality. I love the look of this Stargate behind him. And here are just a few of the other NFTs that they have to offer. All looking really good. I like that elephant, it looks beautiful. Last Horde is mega smart move, I think. They're on the Binance Smart Chain. To start a Horde, the group of 11 cards needed to play a game, players must have at least 3 NFT cards in your wallet. The rest of the cards complete the 11 cards that form the Horde can be lent by the game randomly. These cards that players use are called mercenaries. The first thing to do is connect your wallet up. The next step is choose the cards that you want to play, and you can have as many cards as you want, but you must choose 11 from your deck for the game. So if you have more than 3 NFT cards, you're obviously going to have more of a selection. You're not going to need to rely on the 8 mercenaries. On top of that, mercenaries in some cases will be easily surpassed by powerful cards, and when the player wins, the rewards will be reduced by 6% for every mercenary used. So it is better to hold 11 NFT cards of your own. Once the deck is formed, you can choose whether you want to play a real opponent or an artificial intelligence, and you can choose the difficulty from easy to hard. That will determine the reward. Obviously the reward will be bigger if you play on hard. Once you've done that, you are able to play. Now you will have different cards that will have different advantages. So archeries will be greater range, some will be hand-to-hand combat, will be better closer up. And they have 6 types of cards according to their degree of rarity, common all the way up to unique. The frame color is unpredictable. Mythical will have a purple frame, legend red, epic golden, and rare green frame. For each victory, you'll be rewarded with the HOR game token, and you can pick up NFT cards on the Last Horde marketplace. There's 2 ways in which users can purchase the cards: in a surprise boxes or individually. So buying boxes, a player can choose to buy a box of 3, 7, or 11. Cards contained in those boxes are hidden and only revealed when the player purchases the box. Buying cards individually in the marketplace, a player can buy an NFT card directly from another player, or a new card sold by Last Horde. Now specifically for the modes, you will get 8 HOR from easy mode and 22 HOR from online mode. You'll have a limit to the daily games that you can play of 10, but if you stake more of your HOR tokens, you can get up to 20 games within a day returning. The counter will reset at 12 o'clock UTC. And in the game, there is a minimum and maximum daily withdrawal amount. The marketplace and staking features can be found on the website here. Once you go into them, as you can see, here are the different packs that you can buy. Now, if you bought 7 cards, that would cost you 5,300 HOR at 1 cent per token at the moment, it being its current price. That's only going to set you back about $53. So it's pretty cheap to get into a game. You can even get in cheaper for $26. You can buy those 3 cards to start playing. 11 cards, a whole set will set you up for the game for life. 79 HOR tokens. I don't want to rely on mercenaries, so I'm going to pay the 7,950 HOR. It actually ended up being about $98 for that because it's 1 cent, 0.2, something like that. Okay, so now we've got open 11 cards pack. Okay, so these are the ones that I got. Got 2 Ademus archers. They're all grey up top here. I've got the elephant. Yes. red dragon, and we see I got a gold frame and a green frame in here. The gold, I believe, being rarer. Right, we'll play with AI. We'll go on. Let's go on easy so that we get a good little go of things. Right, opponent's turn. 6 organic physical attacker. We're gonna go for ranged attack. 4. I think this will be able to kill them. Yep. Okay. It only does 1 attack. I mean, scorched earth. Let's do it. Let's scorch them. Whoa! Take out 2. Okay, so the dragon's a killer card. But this will have strength, strength and resistance. So like, if you are resistant to fire, it will do -1 damage. Catapult, 6 damage from afar. Oh, ow, 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 that hurt. We've got 74 on the board. They got 67 though, so we're looking good. And we'll finish them off with the dragon. I'm just waiting for him to put down 1 more card. Goblin. Ugh, rubbish. You can choose the back row as well. 6, 5. Oh, I think I could take all them out. Let's take the back row out. Let's go the healer and heal them. Oh, it heals everybody 3. Wow. Boss. There's 2 rounds. Whoa. I did a lot of damage. Yeah, so all in all, very intuitive game. Easy to pick up and play. I think having a lot of cards to choose from is going to be very helpful in this if you want to play it competitively. Oh, he does terrible damage. I mean, he killed him. Oh, it's the griffin. Yeah, so that's going to hurt. This card is going to do... Okay. 2 on 3. Wait, did I heal them? I just healed them. Oh dear. Nah, they've got no chance. Unless you can wipe out my whole front line. It's not happening. 5. 8 damage. Wow. 8. 7. Let's do the 8 damage. Reduce the score. 1 last card. 10. This has to be like an OP kill. Oh no, not enough. I win and I receive 2.72 reward, which is probably about what, like 2.7, like 3 cents. 3 cents. If you get 10 bottles a day, that's 30 cents. I mean, it's not a lot, but if you're playing it long term, potentially you could start to see some earnings. I think that we're going to have competitive play in the future. We'll see where it goes, but it's a good functioning card game. It's nice to be able to play something and not just have a concept. So check it out. I'll put all the links to this in the description down below. Okay, next up we have Meta Gear. We are invested in this, full disclosure. I definitely think it's going to be a good project. It's already done 20x, and I think it's going to go further. They have just had their announcement of a listing, CEX listing on Huobi. So this is big news, and with it, as you would expect, it has led to an increase in price. We're up to 46 cents now, and through this bearish market, it has remained fairly stable around that 45 mark. It's kept coming back to it, going over it, coming back to it. We had this big crash after the Russia going into Ukraine, and there was a good opportunity to buy back in. Me and Rob, our lot, we actually sold it here because we thought, okay, the war is gonna affect the price, and it came down here. And then obviously came Russia going into Ukraine, which we thought might happen and did happen, and this led to a crash. So there was an opportunity to buy back in there, but it was unknown territory. I don't know what's going to happen in the crypto market. It crashed. It could have gone further, but everything seemed to recover in Meta Gear quite nicely. I mean, on that, I don't like to get into politics, but I think it just is absolutely horrible what's happening in Ukraine right now. Heart goes out to everybody who's there. If there are any watchers, I hope you're safe and, keeping away from some of the dangers that are going on there in a completely unprovoked attack and just unnecessary. It just doesn't need to happen, does it? But yeah, we've seen the rise of that. So if you bought in at that 30 cents, you could have been seeing a 50% increase in price from there. So there was a lot of money to be made in that crash. But like I say, it was unknown territory. We are invested, so we get a vesting. Note that the vesting period comes up in a month's time. That's when everybody, the private investors, I think I do as well, will get their second lot. So we've got 8% up front on token generation event, and then there'll be 5% coming there. So be aware of that there might be some sell-offs. But everything's looking pretty good in the game in terms of progress. They're making progress with alpha into beta as a whole. We got access to play the beta. So you can play the alpha test by holding some of the metagear. We do have some NFTs that I've purchased to be able to use in the game that I think are going to have some good builds, hopefully. And what can you say to that? Sounding really good. So you can go in, you can make your own build, play around with some of the different things that you can make up. There is a ranking going on at the moment. It's probably too late to get into that now, I think. But you can build your squad and then go against other people in the different game modes. There is campaign and there are PvP. You can match up against other people. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun game. Excited for when that actually comes out. We do have a March plan of the release beta for everybody, I believe. You can go on the marketplace and pick up some stuff. We do have some legendaries up there now going for, wow, like $6,000 for this one. 20,000, just less than $10,000 people have these listed. $2,000 for a forest gadget. And you can make your build the way you want to. I picked some stuff up early, so we do have 4 epic blueprints, which, as you stated there, is roughly about $400 worth. And then we've got some items. So we have a bunch of commons. If you go into my wallet, you'll see that there are other stuff that I bought. So that's just my inventory in my wallet. So I have my rare build. I've got the wheels, I've got the heart chassis, the weapon. Where's my gadget? I think I still need a gadget though. Yeah, so we have a heart gadget there we could use. Only a common though. So there's some pretty good stuff up on the marketplace up for grabs. So if you want to play this competitively, then, you know, pick up something there and maybe you'll get something good. So as stated, 03 March 2022, that's when we're going to get web release and Android for this game. PvP and campaign mode will be available and NFT auction renting will begin. So if you don't have a full build, you will be able to rent one to be able to participate in this game. And then Q2 is when iOS version tournament season 1, guilds plus PvP plus 3v3 chatting game and pilot NFT release. So lots of exciting things to come over the next month. Yeah, so we're going to be watching this one closely, keeping you up to date with it as well along the way. Next up, a game that I covered a while back, Meta Run, previously known as Go Fungibles. This is an exciting game because I think anything that brings a different genre into the blockchain space is a plus. It just means that there's a variety of games to suit different people, and this is one that has been very, very popular. The genre of an endless runner was very, very popular ever since Temple Run. There have been lots of imitations of this, and they have their token generation event and listing on the 28th of February today. So at 2:30, this token will become live. So by the time you're watching this video, it's probably already live. Then at 3 o'clock, they will have the IDO being able to be claimed, so that their token generation event. So there's probably going to be a dump after that. In that dump though, I think there could be an opportunity to buy at that low and then, you know, see some upshot beyond that. I think I'd probably be buyer, you know, just thinking of experience. It's usually like an hour to 2 hours. It can be even in that first 30 minutes after a token generation event and then the claim feature on the IDO. You can see a dump and then there's a point. You never know what it is really, but if you catch it, there's usually an up that comes after it. But be careful, sometimes you just see a straight down. Sometimes you do see a straight down. But I see a lot of potential in this, as I think it's going to have a lot of appeal to people in terms of playing it and a lot of replayability as well. So if you haven't seen it, go check out the website and follow some of their socials to keep up to date with any updates. But it's going to be the first blockchain-based play-to-earn, play-to-win, endless mobile runner game with NFT assets. So we've obviously got very, very, you know, loads of these types of games on mobile, but nothing with the crypto implemented. And I think it could work really, really well. I do think that MRun token is gonna start to grind down if it's just purely you run and earn MRun. Yeah, because people are just going to sell it off in those early days. The utility in it, I think, is going to be a hard thing to work into this. You know, how do you get people to use that Emerald that they've acquired to invest into their character? Well, do you use it to upgrade your character's features? Yeah, if you've got something like that increases the special abilities, like this one, is you can be able to storm through people. Yeah, it could have. It could be that you'd start to see some investment. At some point, I feel though that even if you have those upgrades, there'll become a point where people start to just sell off. But maybe in terms of the competitiveness of getting the highest score, a new best in terms of meters, maybe that'll push people to just keep spending. I think it's going to be very difficult. My biggest problem with these is there's always people who are just insanely good at them, have loads of time, and can just run and run and run and run, go on an endless run, and get this killer rating. What I'd like to see, I think features that bring in a social aspect to it are going to be huge in the NFT space. Because if you said, okay, well, I could play for Emerald against a friend or in a guild, and you're competing against people that you know, I think it's going to have a lot more appeal. But yeah, see, these are some of these NFT characters that you can expect that you'll be doing runs with. You've got some good partners and good backers. GameStarter, you know, people that we do know, Red Kite, Moonstarter, Oxball. And the actual game day video release and alpha version of the meta run is due in Q1. But we're going to have to wait until Q2 for the meta run global launch. So be aware of that. But in that time, we are going to get NFT airdrops, NFT pre-sales. These are things that are going to likely encourage people to hold the meta run token and also buy. So around those times, you might see some rise in the price. But you might be choosing to invest it back into the game by picking up an NFT character. Okay, so that's meta run. Go check it out if you're interested. If you are going to pick some of this up, remember, go to their website, copy their address and paste that in. There will be imitation forms that come up on here. I mean, maybe even now there's going to be some M-Run, yeah. So we've already got imitators, but make sure that that code matches the one here, or just copy it directly into here and paste, and then you'll see Meta Run token's already there, but it's not gone live yet. Next up, I just want to do a general talk on the market, look through some things that I'm invested in personally, and I think things are obviously down, and I don't think it's the best time to invest in things. I personally don't have a lot of money invested into certain things. Like you can see, I'm holding a lot of USDT, BUSD, I have a little bit of gear there. I have Froyo. Come back down to 45. It was 48 now. Froyo, you know, Froyo is still holding good. If we bought that at 200, got it up to 300, went up to 400 at one point. Cupid coming down. We've got Myra coming down all the way to 18 cents, which is crazy because that was at $3.30. Ekio not doing great, and these are all before some of these games have released, which is really, you know, just shows how much fear and low confidence there is in holding these tokens that it's going to be worth holding in the long term. So it's a shame to see these things go down. You know, here we can see a 600 purchase going to the 3,373. Shocking, but I think we will see some rise in it. Like I say, I currently am holding certain tokens, but not a large amount. A lot of the games, I'm kind of just not looking at the tokens. I'm invested in the NFTs. I just want to play these games, and you know, some of these games will hit. Some of these games will be like the Pac-Man of the blockchain. They will be the Bomberman like Bomb Crypto was of the blockchain, and they will draw in people if it's good enough. I think the standard we're seeing within these games is improving significantly. If you think where we were playing Crypto Blades and we were clicking something, and that was, you know, killer. I really loved it because of the money that we're making. But then you got games like this that are actually built properly and have a fun and skill factor to them. And I think we're going to see a lot of that in this space. You know, you just go through my Twitter feed. A lot of the things that I'm keeping an eye on are games that I think I'm going to enjoy. Ekio is not going to be that complex. I think it's because it's going to be, it's not going to have that much to it. I don't think it's going to be a huge hit. But if I'm holding NFTs in it, just to see it. It might be that it does attract people and that we see some token rise and some value in that. We've got Galaxy Blitz here. Obviously, this is our first investment in a project that is within the Shiny Ventures Guild. We invested $70,000 altogether, and the website went from what wasn't that great to this awesome website, with just a killer trailer. Yes, 2,178, just setting the scene for this game, and this could be really big, and I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping we see some potential, because we bought into this very early on before it had a lot of value. I think in terms of, it wasn't looking that great. If we take a look at the white paper, it was just literally a paper Word document. Now we have a properly built white paper with all the information that you need on this game. So they're taking the time, because they're not, I think if they launched during a market like this, I don't think we'd see anything great. But maybe in a couple of months time, we'll start to see the rise of things. And when this token generation event happens for this token, I'll be really excited to see what we can do for our first project. It'd be cool to have a killer one. We did have Metagear. I did try to get people in on. I tried to get a token allocation for them, but we just couldn't get one that was big enough for Shiny Ventures Guild. We did get to give away some IDO spots to people, and they've seen good returns on that. And I'd like to see Galaxy Blitz do something similar, so that we can have that first one that goes, yeah, look, we're in profit, we're making money with our Shiny Ventures Guild. But we can't promise that. Apiron coming around the corner, 200,000k allocation potentially coming our way. That one's going to be a very, very interesting one. But yeah, really excited for how this game has improved. Really excited for how the website has improved. Multi-partners in terms of Polygon BNB and Ethereum, ITEX Conflux and Tomochain. And you see a lot of games doing this, working across loads of different chains. Rather than just sticking to one, you capture a bigger market then that way, don't you? So go check this out if you haven't seen it. I'll obviously keep everybody up to date with the progress on this, but at the moment the update to the website looks absolutely awesome, and all the new things that they've changed within these bits of detail just look way more professional, and it kind of fits more with the potential that I saw in this project early on. And I think we're going to start to see a lot of betas and alphas come in the next couple of months for sure. We have Gold Fever. That's one that I'm looking forward to getting involved on. Ancient Kingdom is a game that they have their Inno now live, so you can pick up some NFTs for that game. We obviously did a feature on that. I think we did a whole sponsored video on it, so you can go check out that, get involved in that. It might have ended by then though. Legends of Fantasy War, got a mining pool open. You've got a lot of people hitting those targets in terms of staking features and NFT sales now, and then I think it's just around the corner that we start to see some of these actually progress more. Got Monster Infinite here. They've got a report out stating that they have completed tasks on improving monster detail, visual improves, marketplace filter by on sale, not on sale, improved mobile responsiveness, and improved minigame login feature, improved token balance display, finalized marketplace filtering systems such as clone usage class type, and minigame syncing featuring prototyping and finalization. So, I think they're going to start to make some progress. They seem to be picking up. Around December time they cut off. It didn't seem like they were making much progress with anything, but now we're getting these updates. I think they definitely help with giving us an idea of what they're working on. And yeah, so you can see there's loads of different projects where somewhere, we've got Aurori, 4,400 Sol being offered for this Helios 9 NFT. You get involved in enough projects, eventually you'll find something, and you just need that to hit. Crabador was mine for sure. We had a big win on Step Hero, getting an NFT that was worth like over $5,000. Yeah, pick up enough NFTs, some of them will pay off. At the moment, there's a lot of NFTs that the value of them is going down, but I'm still investing in NFTs. I still see these are going to have value going forward, and when these games start to kick in and people want to buy those NFTs, that's when I think some of these could have a lot of value. I think we're going to see another game in the next 6 months that is going to be the one that just is the next bomb crypto and explodes. But who will it be? Mixed Marvel working on De Hero. I think De Hero has great potential. Behind the scenes, I'm seeing a lot of good updates and they have a lot planned for Q1 and Q2 within the game that they're launching, and I'm ready for it. But if you want to get in on this, now's a great time. It's lost so much value. A lot of the NFTs that I bought have lost a lot of value, but you can pick them up for cheap, and if it sees a revival, then yeah, it could pay off. So a lot of interesting projects to look at. I think we'll leave it there for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video. Always helps the channel out. Hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. Don't forget to get involved in the watch to earn content by going down, commenting down below anything you like, and going into Discord, posting your competition wallet and your YouTube name. That is all from me. See you guys soon.